Hey everybody, my name is Shelby and welcome to my channel. What I have in store for us today is an applesauce raisin spice kind of like holiday cake. It is so good. I know it sounds weird, applesauce in a cake, raisins in a cake, but just trust me, you will not regret trying this. It's been a family favorite. The reason this recipe is so good is because, let me show you, because it comes out of my great-grandma's Betty Crocker cookbook. As you can see, this cookbook is just like busting at the seams with love and used to death. So this is the actual recipe. It's super classic. It's tried and true. So what I love about this recipe is because most of the ingredients are kind of liquid ingredients, including the vegetable oil as the fat, that makes it so that you can put everything in a mixing bowl and just whisk by hand. So what I'm doing right now is just chopping up the 1 cup of raisins. That's just because it's what the recipe calls for, and it makes it a little bit better like on the palate.
The full recipe will be in the description. Optionally, you can add walnuts.
First things first, we're going to mix our flour and our leaveners as well as our spices together in the bowl.
Always make sure your dry ingredients are thoroughly mixed.
Next, we're going to add our sugar because we're just kind of hand doing this. Next, I'm going to add my vegetable oil and water.
It was pretty thick to start out, so I would suggest also adding your applesauce with the vegetable oil and water. And then you're going to add your eggs and mix together. I also had to break out a whisk to get all the lumps out, then toss in your raisins. If including walnuts, toss those in now.
I believe this is about a 13 by 9 inch pan. I put some vegetable oil on a paper towel and I'm just, coating it around. For us, this isn't for anything special. I'm actually pregnant, about 6.5 months pregnant now, and just had some cravings for it. I'm just making this simple, putting it in the oblong pan. We're gonna put icing on it and just enjoy it.
Of course, you can also bake this off into 2 9-inch or 8-inch rounds. Make sure your oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and this took me 40 minutes.
So we have the cake in the oven now. What we need to do next is make our easy Penuche icing. Very delicious. It's like a brown sugar cooked icing. If you've never had it before, it's like nothing you've ever had, and you're definitely going to be addicted just like I am. Melting 1 stick of butter in a saucepan, and then we'll be adding our brown sugar and almost kind of creating like a quick caramel. You're only boiling them together for about 2 minutes. The brown sugar that I'm using is some homemade brown sugar. If you haven't seen that video, I'll include a link on how to make homemade brown sugar. Extremely easy, probably the easiest thing that you'll ever do in the kitchen.
Start out by melting your 1 stick of butter and stirring in your 1 cup of brown sugar. Allow that to boil together for 2 minutes, then carefully and slowly stir in your milk. Now you need to allow this mix to come to room temperature.
Pro tip, if you can start to smell the cake or whatever you're baking, chances are it's done. I can smell this cake. It smells amazing in the house. It's only been about 40 minutes on 350 degrees, so let's check it out and see if it's done. Perfect. Just a teensy spring still, so not overbaked. It's definitely done. So let's allow this guy to cool down, and then we'll finish up the icing. I just got the brown sugar butter mix out of the freezer. I put it in there for like 10 minutes so that it could cool down really quickly. You want it to be room temperature before you add it to the powdered sugar. Now it's time to make some magic.
This is certainly easier with a hand mixer or stand mixer. I also had to pour about 1 tablespoon of milk in there just to loosen it up a little bit. Once I scraped the sides, I really whipped it so that it was nice and fluffy.
This is so delicious smelling, like whipped caramel. It is so beautiful. Look at that silky, caramely texture. It's not like a super stiff icing or frosting. It's kind of a little bit looser. Now for my favorite part, time to frost this bad boy up.
Personally, I just favor cakes that are sloppy with the icing just lathered all over it. That's why I love the sheet pan cakes.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to eat this. Gonna cut into it so you guys can see the finished product. Absolutely beautiful. Ready to try. Exactly what I was craving. Oh my gosh. You have to try this. You have got to try this recipe. Bring it to your next holiday party. Somebody who has like a holiday birthday, like a Christmas birthday something. Yes, this is so good. Or if you just want like a spiced cake that's just gonna hit all the right nostalgic feels, this is it.
This cake is tender, moist, flavorful. What is there not to love?
That is all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, my name is Shelby. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye.